Welcome back to the channel. We have an update on our $10 to $5,000 challenge today. But before that, I do want to shout out Isaiah. Thank you so much for hooking me up with the Glacier prototype. I had this one, the S Horizon, in the bag, but it was so straight. This one is actually a little bit beefier, so glad to have this one. Traded him to Lone Hal for the Glacier prototype. Happy with the trade, and this is in my bag for the tournament coming up this weekend, actually tomorrow. Right as soon as I finish editing this, I'm heading out to Trinity to play with Jay Millie, Anderson, Hatcher, and a couple others. It's going to be a fun round. Stay tuned this weekend if you want to follow along the B tier. See if we can take it down. I got a used bin update. Currently sitting on $2,440 of profit. Give you an update at the end of this where we're sitting today, but I've started to work on the first mold that I want to create. Yes, I have my idea. 2 discs, and I want to start to prototype, find a production partner, or possibly try to make these discs myself. But I'm very excited. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, but I'll start making some videos about that coming out pretty soon. Let's get into the awesome discs that I found this week at Replay Sports. Now, I want to make these a little bit quicker, but I also have flight videos, so give me some feedback on the format of the video. Always looking for some feedback to improve. But this is an Inova made Discmania Sline PD2. I bagged PD2s. I have 2 of them in the bag for this weekend's tournament, and they're so good. Nice and overstable, except this one was beat in decently well. It's still in good condition, but I threw one of the best shots ever on hole 18 at Town Lake. It ended up going 440 feet through the woods, drifting right back to the middle. It didn't feel like a PD2. This thing is like a dream PD2. Perfect backup for me. This is going to my keepers, but if anyone wants it, you guys can absolutely go snag this awesome disc. I found a really pretty disc, caught my eye, and all of a sudden I realized, 2015 Circuit Challenge, this might be an older disc from MVP, and found this was a patent pending 176 gram plasma tangent, which I did not know anything about. This came from the used bins actually at the Tiger Open event 2 weeks ago, and actually pulled this one out, and it turned out to be a pretty good buy. Really enjoyed the flight on this one, super straight. And I was shocked at how much these were going for on eBay, what they've sold for over the last month. Let's talk about the Nova. This is a Bradley Williams Glow XT Nova. This is an overmolded Inova disc. It's kind of a novelty, but has a lot of glide, and I had a ton of fun throwing this one out there at Town Lake. All of these were used in filming, by the way, in the last used bin video. If you want to see me literally unlock some bucket list eagles and birdies, it was awesome just with these used bin discs. But the Nova is one that is really, really fun to throw. I have another Nova, but it literally is convincing me, I'm gonna put it in my little side pocket over here in my bag and mess around with more of a glidey, straighter putter. So the Nova is a really good one, and this one is the Team Championship Series from 19 or 18, and these things can go for a bit. I ended up picking up one of these Eclipse, Axiom Eclipse Pixels. I just love the stamp. You got Bigfoot. I don't know what that is, but it's a paranormal one. They got an alien spaceship up there. It's kind of like my thing. I like cryptids and stuff too, so that was a pretty cool pickup. $10 in the used bins at Replay Sports. I didn't put this one in the bag because I had these R2 Pixels, and these are actually stamped Simon line on there, which I hadn't seen on R2 Pixels before, so I got a pair of these from the used bins. Again, Kevin's tournament, I figured I would keep one, sell one if I really, really liked it. And I was throwing this one. This is only 169 grams, which not max weight, but extremely overstable. These R2 Pixels, flight numbers are more of 2402 out of the hand. So these were really cool. If you want an overstable pixel, I think these could be a good option to pick up. So the Star FL is one of the best in-hand feel discs I have ever felt. I don't know why, but it fits my hand super well. And it stands for Firebird Long, okay? It's a pre-flight number, it's pinned on the back, it's barely been thrown. And so some of those discs, just because of the fact that they're penned from Inova, means they're coming up to 10 years old. Pre-flight number means it's pre-2009, whenever flight numbers came out. So this disc is actually a bit older than you might think. And it doesn't fly like 9302 or 9203 or some crazy flight numbers. I don't remember exactly what these are, but it's kind of like the better Thunderbird in my mind. So really cool pickup. I love throwing FLs. This Discmania Special Edition Metal Flake Sealine DD flew like a dream. I actually picked up a birdie on a hole that I have never birdied before. And that was pretty special for me because I got it with a U-bend disc on the very first throw I've ever thrown with it. So really flat. Basically this one for me, you throw it flat and it's just gonna slowly go right and it's not gonna go back left. So if you don't have like a really good forehand and you need something that's gonna go like that and kind of just turn out of the hand, perfect driver for you. Clash discs. I'm starting to pick up a couple Clash discs here and there. This one is the Eric Oakley Steady Spice, and it's nice and glittery. It's blue, great colors. Love the triple stamp. I'm pretty sure ThoughtSpace may have designed Eric's stamp for this. I'm not sure, but the triple stamp is awesome on here. Really like how this came out, and it was really fun to throw. Only threw it one time in that video, but we got the birdie, parked a 250-foot hole with a forehand, and I think that one I'll have some more fun with. This is a very old Comet from Discraft. This is pre, the current tooling. It says Walled Lake, Michigan here on the tooling, so I can kind of see the eras, but it reminds me of like an old school rock. It's an Elite X plastic, very old. I don't know, maybe early 2000s when this came out is a guess. For me, it definitely not in the 10s, but it flies really well. Very straight to understable disc. And if you're a Comet collector, this might have your name written on it. This destroyer unlocked an eagle I have never hit at Town Lake. Hole 15, the 458-foot uphill, very tight gap. We got it with this disc. This destroyer is a little bit more understable compared to other destroyers that I've thrown on my channel, but that doesn't mean it's not a good destroyer because it flipped up, and once it flipped up, it just went straight for another 300 something feet to give me an eagle. So this one is the Saki Raptor stamped one. The Saki bot, where he looks like a transformer, those aren't valuable. So if you're looking at destroyers and you see a Ricky Wysocki destroyer, don't buy those. But these, actually, you still can get value, if not what you paid for it originally at MSRP, because it's a nicer stamp, it's a little bit older, still embossed, but really, 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 really good destroyer that I might just have to keep for myself after getting that eagle. I got a pre-flight number champion Valkyrie. This one's a little bit more lightweight. This is like 150 grams. I didn't really feel like I had much use for it in the video, so I left this one on the sidelines, but it's a PFN champ Valkyrie. These are really good discs, and this would be a perfect roller. It's pretty flat, pretty understable. It's 150 grams, so it's not something I would throw, but it's a pre-flight number champ Valkyrie from the U-bends for $10. I was looking through some Discmania discs, and this one has always kind of caught my eye. I just love the colors to look at this because you got obviously the blue, perfect color blue for me, and then you got this like silver stamp on here, but then they put a pink X out on top of it, and the way that it just ended up coming across, where the pink on top of the silver like makes the pink like super hot pink. I don't know. I just talk about nerding out about something completely dumb, but like I just really kind of like X outs for some reason, or like double stamps, and I'm using this for it like a kind of like a Ganon bag video that I'm putting together. So I got the splice. I've always wanted to try the Vanguard, and there was a cool red color glow Sealine Vanguard in like really good condition. I thought this felt more like a 7 or 8 speed to me, but apparently it's 9502. No big deal, but it's actually really straight, really, really straight. So I like it. This is one of those where sometimes you just like, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be a good one to buy for myself. I don't know if somebody else would want one of these, but I decided, you know what, pick it up, throw it, and see how it flew. So pretty straight Vanguard. This time lapse, I mean, I just loved that it was like cotton candy swirls in the rim. When I was looking at it, it was only $8 in the U-bend. Literally, I think I threw this like twice in the round, and extremely overstable. This is a beefcake time lapse, flat, grippy, and perfect for a die. So if you want to die this one would be a good one to pick up. If nobody picks it up probably in the next week, I will probably do like a cell die on top of this because I've been working on some cell dies recently, and I'll put something cool on there too. So that one might get updated, we'll see. I also, by the way, found a Vibram Valley, and I picked it up after I threw it in the last video, and I have no idea where it went. So I think I might have just donated it to somebody on accident, because it might have like fallen out of the bag or something. I cannot find for the life of me where that thing went. So if you found a Vibram Valley at Town Lake, keep it, have fun. This is a brand new Eclipse Hex with some really swirly, cool looking rim in there. I love hexes. They're just a little shallow right now, and they're a little too gummy in the heat in Texas, but this one also could get a dye job on top of it. It was $10 brand new. So again, that's another one that if nobody picks up, I will dye this one and then see what kind of a cool color scheme we can put on top with the red and the white swirls. Oh yeah, last one here, the patent pending Crave. I was shocked when I saw a pre-flight number Crave in the used bins. And then not only that, it was patent pending. So I've never found a patent pending Crave. Again, you can see on the bottom of the disc where it says patent pending, but the Crave is one of the best, probably most popular discs from the MVP Axiom lineup. And it's kind of fun to see, like, what did the original Craves fly like compared to today's Craves? I would say this one's a little bit stiffer and flatter than most Neutron Craves that I've had, and is a touch more stable, I would say, than some of the other Craves I've tried recently. Almost every Crave I've had over the last 2 years is like a roller disc for me. But this one actually like flipped up, it held it a bit, kind of went straight. So I think this one was a pretty sick Crave. And if you're a patent pending, you know, Axiom or MVP fan, you might like this. I think I have like the only example, by the way, of a patent pending Crave available. So like almost no comps on this, but that's where we're sitting. A lot of good used bin discs we pulled out. Obviously we filmed the video, but I'm going to try to make a little bit smaller bags, smaller used bin videos, because I have a lot that are down here right now, but I'm also prototyping my first mold that I want to come out with. Lots of groundwork going on behind the scenes. Probably going to keep it in stealth mode for a little bit longer, maybe another couple months until I got something to showcase, but I'm super excited about where this is going to go. And again, taking a lot of these profits to start doing the prototyping is what I'm doing. So I've got to figure out how to fund it. I've got a lot of discs all over here that I need to get listed still, sell off my collector discs so I have more money to invest into my own molds and producing something. And hey, maybe we'll make it PDJ legal. That would be crazy. So it's becoming more and more real for me every day. Again, having a lot of conversations with different companies around here that I'm excited about, and it could lead to something fun. So stay tuned, stick around for the ride. Give you an update. We'll have our little profit challenge ticker pop up here, but I got to figure out what all I've sold and how much I've made. So I'm just going to voice it over, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So we are up to 27.28 in profit just off of the used bin finds, a couple of those events previously, but I've also haven't added in my YouTube revenue, which is kind of blowing my mind. But it is time. I've already kind of, teased a little bit to start prototyping. So stay tuned. I'm super excited.